Hey everyone, Josh here with a look at another Star Wars toy, and today we're going to unbox a Sabine figure from the TV show Rebels. So let's go cut this girl loose. Alright everyone, here we are today with Sabine Wren action figure from the TV show Rebels, and as you can see, it's in packaging from the Rogue One movie, and that is not because she appears in Rogue One. That's just when this figure was released, this is the style packaging they were using, so every figure at the time would have got Rogue One packaging. But if you look, it doesn't actually say Rogue One on the packaging on the front. So we're going to unbox her today, but when you turn the packaging around, you'll actually see that it says Rebels on there. So they're specifying where she comes from. And of course, she's from the TV show Rebels, and I'll go ahead and quickly read the character description to you guys. A Mandalorian warrior, Sabine Wren is an explosives expert and a graffiti artist, qualities that make her an excellent fit as one of the first rebels against the Empire. So if you're familiar with this character in the show, you know she is like a graffiti artist, and so everything she gets her hands on, she pretty much paints it in bright colors. So if you look at her armor, that's a good example, but there's other things like the inside of the ship, and I think there's other, she just paints a lot of things in the show. But let's go ahead and cut into this thing and see what this figure's all about. So here we go. And for any of you fans, Star Wars fans out there who haven't given the show Rebels a chance, it's a very good show. I highly recommend it. Let's go ahead and there we go. Get her out of here. And one of the things I'm already seeing, as you can see, she comes with this big, massive accessory, and we'll figure out what that thing is here in a second. It looks like some kind of grapple or zip line type of thing. Here she is. This is the figure out of the package, up close, and one of the things I'm seeing I like already is the dual holsters. Looks like we have working holsters here, but let's real quick taking a look at this elbow, seeing if it's locked in that position. Let's real quick run through her movements here. So you have rotation up and down. It feels like her head is on a ball joint. And yeah, so you have side to side, up and down, and a full rotation. And let's see here, on her arms, you have a shoulder rotation. Looks like only, and then just the standard movement at the hips for your standard 3 3/4 inch figure. But I'm looking at the paint job on that face. I think it looks really good. Her eyes look good. The hair looks good. The paint on the armor looks really good. You can see she's got the what looks like some kind of little monster or something on her shoulder armor there. Some of the graffiti. And then you have the symbol for the Ghost Crew and some more artwork on her other shoulder. And okay, so let's check out her helmet and her other accessories. So of course she's a Mandalorian, so she's going to come with the Mandalorian helmet, and you can see how hers is decorated a little bit more than your standard Mandalorian armor. And oops, and I'm trying to see if the aiming piece moves at all, and doesn't. It's just flexible plastic, so it has a little bit of wiggle to it. No biggie. And then of course you have her blasters, which she does dual pistols, and they are taped in here, so we'll get those out. And it looks like they're pretty much identical. And then we have this, oh, there's a lot of tape on this thing, grappling accessory of some sort. And we will get this thing out of here. Very good. Okay, and we will look at that in a second, but let's take a look at her pistols real quick. At least one of them. And they're just silver pistols. There's nothing fancy about them. As you can see, there's a little bit of detailing on them. You get a little, not much though. So let's see how she interacts with these things. And again, I'm just looking at them both, and they seem pretty much identical. There's not any difference to them. So, all right, let's get them in her hands and see how she interacts with these things. And that's one thing I'm seeing that's a little bit different about this figure. Is you can see her one arm is locked in a bent position at the elbow, and then the other one's out straight. So just be aware that if you're looking to buy this figure, that one of her arms is locked in the bent position and there's no articulation on it to move it. So that's the pose she's going to have with the guns. And she holds on to them pretty good. They're in there nice and tight. All right, so next, let's see how these things fit in her holsters and see how they interact with that. Okay, so they're not the deepest little holsters here. Let's see here if we can get these things in there a little bit better than that. Okay, so they go in there pretty good. Let's get the other one in there. Okay, there you go. Very cool. They're in there, they're not coming out. That's what you want to see. Very good. All right, then let's finally put her helmet on and see how she fits in that thing. Okay, very cool. So her head stretches it out a little bit. You can see it looked a little bit thinner when it's off her, but I actually think that looks pretty good on her. It looks better a little bit wider like that. And you can see her hair's poking out the back a little bit. Very cool. All right. And yeah, it's a pretty tight fit. It's a little bit tricky to get on and off there, but there you go. You can see when she takes it off, it kind of like thins out a little bit. And then when you put it on her head there, it kind of widens out a little bit. So, all right. So then let's take a look at this bonus accessory. We're going to put her off to the side here. So one of the things they do in some of these figure lines is they put these extra accessories in here to try to entice you to buy the figure. And this looks like some sort of zip line to me. So what you have here is a little hook and maybe a little over a foot, maybe a little over more than a foot of little string, and there's little grappling hooks on, not really even grappling hooks, just hooks on the end here. And then you have this zip line piece that really isn't much to it. It looks like the way they have it molded as if there is, a pulley system on there that moves, but it's really not. It's just a hole that the string can pull through. So it looks like what you want to do here, and you can see they kind of have like the Mandalorian attachments on it with, looks very similar to what's on the gauntlets of Mandalorian armor. So what you want to do here is, looking at the package, is you want to slide her arm into this thing, and let's see here. Looks like you might actually have to stretch her hand out just a little bit to get it in there. Okay. And yeah, she doesn't get the best grip on this thing. Let's see here. There you go. So that's what it looks like when she's holding it. And you can see there's a little handle on there that you get her hand on. And then she should be able to zip away on the zip line here. And there you have it. But you get the idea. That's what you're going for. And Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of these giant accessories that they put in there, but they're in there for you if you want them. Alright guys, and now to give her the final test, will she stand on her own? Alright, very good. Alright guys, there you have it from the TV show Rebels. This is Sabine Wren. And thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the videos. And if you are, please subscribe to the channel. We would love to have your support here. And again, thanks for watching, everyone. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.